Hi everyone, and welcome to today's news update. In this episode, I'll be talking about more information about the Valtan release, some drama regarding our community managers, and much more, so stay tuned. By the way guys, if you like the videos, make sure to like, subscribe on YouTube, and check me out on Twitch. Okay, so the first topic for today is actually from the Lost Ark forums, and I have to be honest, these are crazy to skim through because there is so much toxicity on those forums. It is actually incredible how toxic the community is on the Lost Ark forums. We will have a topic later on that is going into the toxicity and the loud minority that hates the game and just can't word their approaches in a good manner and just want to see the world burn, basically. So yeah, as I said, we're going to get into that later on, but first let's cover some Valtan news. So the user Ravenko created a topic on the Lost Ark forums that says, want to help the game AGS, release 14-15 content and get everyone there. I'm not going to go into full detail of what this guy said because he's just making accusations and he's just calling Smilegate and AGS different words that I don't want to talk about because I don't think that he knows everything that is going on behind the curtains. And the only thing that I see is a company that is really trying right now. And sometimes in life, people don't really understand everything for the moment, but it will all become clear as soon as time passes. So guys, if you are one of those really impatient people trying to blame AGS for Smilegate, please stop. Take some time off the game, calm down again, stop the toxicity. If you don't like the game, give it a pause, come back later. Enough with the rant now, let's cover the topic. So Ravenko wanted AGS to release more content to be able to reach 14-15 and therefore pump more honing materials into our characters or into our roster in general. He's saying we are drip fed and he wants Legion raids to release as fast as possible because that will retain player numbers. I mean, this argument really does make sense on its own, but as I said, we don't really know what is going on behind the curtain. We don't have the correct numbers, we don't know what the problems in reality are, we just have a very skewed opinion that probably is not going to hit the nail on the head, right? So these guys probably know what they're doing, and let's trust them and what they're trying to do. I mean, everybody has like one free fail. That was Argos. Let them get to Valtan, let them show us what they have in store, and if that doesn't work, then we can have our negative feedback going. What really important on this post is though that Roxx responded to it. Roxx was gone on PAX East, so she was catching up and she didn't really post that much, so that's why we saw the other community manager take over a little bit and post much more. Roxx states here that currently we are moving towards that content being in the May release. We do want to provide more paths for players to more quickly level up. In brackets, we are definitely seeing that as an outcome from the April update. But progression is part of the game, so part of it is striking the right balance between challenge and effort being low versus frustrating. So this in itself means that they are still going for a May release for Valtan. If you remember, when we go back in time, we had the Valtan and the Descaluda release being tentative for May. So this is still on track, right? She is saying that the release for Valtan, probably Descaluda as well, is still coming in May. So that is what they are aiming for right now. So this is hot news, guys. Trust them a little bit and see how it goes further down the road. So yeah, the second post we have actually ties into what we have just been talking about. It's by user Kowal SR, and this post is about community managers being loud about all the hate they receive on the forums. So community manager Shadowfox wanted to vent to the community, and you can find the link in the description below to what he posted. And in that Reddit post, you will find a link that gets you right to his post on the Lost Ark forums. And he is kind of discussing what I have been saying before on the first topic. He says that he's a human being, so people on the Lost Ark forums tend to be really bad and outspoken, and therefore create a really hard time for the community managers. I wouldn't like to be a community manager for Lost Ark because the hateful people or the people that are in a negative mood are so incredibly outspoken that all you gotta read as CM is only negative. There is nothing positive coming out of the people. That's why I said in the other videos before, credit where credit is due. They fixed the skin dyeable bug, so that was perfect and that worked out really, really well. Where's the praise? There's probably none and it doesn't really help. And these guys are not running on praise, but getting so much negativity, that's not a good thing. Let me know in the comments down below how you feel about it and if you have an idea what we can do against that. Let's move to some more lighthearted and awesome posts on Reddit. First one here by user Afon Solage, and he posted the player numbers on Steam right now, and Lost Ark is actually #1 again. The current player numbers have risen over the last 30 days, ever so slightly. I think around 2 to 3 weeks we have been around 390k. Right now it's already 490k. Of course, the update ties into that, and the update and the new class really helps in that. We will see how much is actually going to be sustained this time, and how high the sustained player number is going to be in regards to what it was 4 weeks ago. So maybe in the next couple of news updates, I'm going to compare these as well. So the next post is by user DJ Vam, and he says, what are the 3 easiest Great Honor Leapstone dailies? Which do you prefer? And user Rysenditus says 2 Phaeton dailies plus Shoeshire. With proper Bifrost positioning, these take 3 minutes tops, including the loading screens. Edit, for the people who are curious on how it goes, here's a vid. So let's have a quick look. As always, guys, I know I said it already, but the links are in the description below. So here, he accepts the dailies Where It Belongs, Unsolved Mystery of the Watchers, and Kinsera's Memorial Service. The thing is, these Una dailies give 4 Great Honor Leapstones each. So if you have a 1370 alt, for example, that you don't really care that much about, but you still want to do Una's task and progress the character slowly, these are very nice to save some time. You're getting 2 to 3 less because you're not doing Hypnos Eyes or, for example, Cult Herz, but for an alt, that might be the solution. So now he goes on, he uses his Bifrosts to Shoeshire here to smash out the Where It Belongs daily. After turning in that quest in Shoeshire, he starts to Bifrost to Phaeton. When he is in Phaeton, he has the Bifrost perfectly set up that he just has to press F5 and toss the Fireflies to the Forest Sentinels, and that quest is done also. Now he tripods over to that tripod you just saw on the screen, and therefore he even saves 1 tripod slot. Now he runs down to the Kinsera's Memorial Service, loots the legs, clears some mobs because they are covering the head here. After he has killed those, he collects the head. After he has collected the head, he can then tripod to Kalaja. After he is done, he runs to Kinsera and turns in his second Una. After that is done, he runs down to Innkeeper Margot and turns in his 3rd Una quest. I really think this is very helpful on like your 3rd or 4th character, so basically your 2nd alt, your 3rd alt, and so on, because this really saves a lot of time and you still get 12 Great Honor Leapstones each day. We have another nice meme here from user Anix Scythelins, and he's basically portraying how the T1 bosses with the legendary card packs feel when the high level tier 3 characters are coming to kill them. A very positive post here by user Swateke, and he's talking about how the game is phenomenal, but the hate is a loud minority. So he says, lol, what the fuck are people mad about? The game is fucking free. I have 280 hours into this game and a bar at 1370, which is a very nice achievement if you ask me. And I play like 2 to 3 hours a day, and the experience has been one of the best I have had ever in a game. And I played WoW since beta and D2, D3, all hardcore back in the game. Free day, hold on, one more time, free. Every gaming subreddit continues to devolve into a cesspool. It's so fucking tiring. So as you can see, this guy played WoW since beta and D2 and T3, so he's probably a little bit older than the average person playing Lost Ark, so he might be like mid-30s, maybe even a little bit older than that. And I really think this comment here by Jotrus is really, really good on that. A price point does not disallow criticism. Other than that, yeah, game is good overall, and social media will show the extreme negatives and positives of the game. That is exactly the point. You don't see how the average player actually sees the game. You only see the content creators hyping up the very positives of the game, and you only see the forum trolls, the redditors, pointing out the very, very negative thing about the game. So we're only talking in extremes here. There's nothing in between on social media. You will get the average opinion when you just go to Discord, blend out all the noise from Reddit, social media in general, and just play the game and interact with your guildmates. I really have a nice impression of the game. Of course, it has its flaws at the moment, but the game is currently trying to figure out what the best way is for itself currently. So give it some time, and we'll see in about 1 or 2 months. Another very helpful trick here by user Knight of Luna, and he says if you are 1400, consider pushing to 1415, not only for Valtan, but also for Una's tokens, because they changed it so you now get 1595 Una tokens that you can therefore trade into 3 gold chests per week. We have a very nice meme post here that perfectly ties into what I just said before. And it is basically you wanting to push to 1415 for more tokens, but then holding you back. So yeah, that's pretty accurate if you ask me. The next video is incredible. It made me laugh so hard when I saw it the first time. It's by user Cardboard Boxman, and the title of the video is Gunslinger POV, your friend just yode his last hoe. So let's have a look.
Leave him.
Don't let him kill me.
Leave him.
Let him kill me.
He just snipes his yo-hoed friend. Isn't that great, guys? I mean, don't do this when you are randomly matchmaking, but if you guys are doing yo-ho with your friends and you're a gunslinger, fuck 'em. That one was so good, and we instantly have the next good one here. It's by user SQZme, and that's his POV of him one-tapping his weapon from level 9 to 12. Let's have a look at this cute cat. The brain freeze is real. But the cat can't stop, man, and we can't stop honing as well, so that is really, really accurate. A very well-researched post by user GG McRee, and I do have to put out a spoiler warning here because this is going down deep the lore rabbit hole. So if you guys want to find out more and deep dive into the lore and go down the lore rabbit hole, make sure to click the link in the description below. And while you're at that, make sure to subscribe and like the video. A very nice post by user SilverOK. And here is a very nice variation of the Alar skin. So if you guys didn't know, that Alar skin is dyeable. And the normal version looks really dull, not so fancy as the other skins. But user SilverOK has put a very, very nice twist on it. So he got the Alar skin for his Glaivier, and I was really looking into that myself because I really want to make Glaivier my main. And when going through the shop, I saw the Alar skin and it didn't really look good at all. Now with this variation, the Alar skin has become top tier again. I really, really like the black and white together with the golden that ties perfectly into the hair color. This is very well designed, and I'm really looking forward to all of the nice dye variations for all of the upcoming skins. Yeah, and here we can even see it from behind a little bit. Such a good work. Very well done. A very important post here by user DreamyZZ, and he says, people, please stop selling stuff for 2 gold. So if you guys didn't know, the fee for selling for 2 gold is 50%. So you are throwing 1 gold into the void because you only get 1 gold and the payer has to pay 2. So just list it for 1 gold, the buyer has to pay 1 gold, you get 1 gold and nothing goes into the void. A very, very important trick, for example, for adventure tome materials. Very, very important post here by user Nuyen2509, and he says claim your weekly PvP currency. So if you go into the game every week on a Thursday, you should make it a habit of pressing Alt K, makes the window you see on the screen right now pop up, and here you can claim your currency. So if you are very low on PvP currency and you have never done this, go ahead and do it right now. You will get a lot of PvP currency that way that you can then turn in for honing materials. And the last post for today by user InterestingLow6908, and he shows off the new skin for Deathblades where you can actually see their swords, and he petitions for a cloak/cape turn-off option. So let's have a quick look. Yeah, it's actually incredible if you can see the big swords on the skin. Actually looks so much better without the cloak. So yeah guys, this is basically the end of the video. Thanks for watching. Make sure to like and subscribe the video and check me out on Twitch, and I'll see you next time.